Hello, bonjour, ni hao, and welcome to the 2022 Burning Man Regional Network Forum. I'm Iris Yee, also known as Meow, Burning Man Project's head of the regional network and your MC for this opening plenary. It is so exciting and so good to see members of our global community join today. We have regional contacts, regional event producers, team leads, and community members coming in from 22 countries, from Australia to Sweden to New Zealand and beyond, which is super exciting. For this forum, we ask that you honor these participant agreements in order to build a positive forum experience for all. This particularly applies in the interactive breakout sessions. First, be present, listen generously. 2, speak from your own perspective, use the we language judiciously. 3, share the air, which relates to 4 and 5, one conversation at a time. Raise your hand. You can use the reactions options right here, or type in the chat box that you'd like to speak or ask a question. 6, own your own outcome. If something sparks something exciting or an idea, don't assume that someone else is taking that idea and making it happen. You are empowered and given permission to move that forward. 7, keep it moving, finger snaps. If there's something that you like to hear or you've heard that you like to support. Honor confidences. It's number 8. If you hear something confidential, keep things confidential. And most importantly, have fun. Now that we're done with some forum housekeeping, I'm curious to learn why you joined this forum today. Any questions or curiosities? Last year's Regional Network Forum was an invitation to you in the global Burning Man community to pause, think, and connect on how our spaces, events, and projects can be more meaningfully connected following the deeply personal and collective challenges of the pandemic. As the Burning Man Regional Network turns 24 years old this year, yes, 24, I invite you to reconnect and say hello to each other again. What have we learned during the past year of revived events, rebuilt teams, pandemic-related pause and starts that we want to bring with us? How can we revive our gatherings and grow our culture to address real needs in our local communities and the world? To share reflections on our beautiful global regional network, please join me in welcoming Burning Man Project CEO and Burning Man founding board member who steered the development of the network from its start, Marian Goodell.
I'm sure you all have seen the dispatch. I hope you've seen the dispatch from 2020, which was produced in 2021. It outlines, but one of the things I love about that dispatch is it told the stories that were the most inspiring during the pandemic, and so many of them came from what you all were doing out in the world. You were gathering in your own communities, you were working to help the pandemic in your areas, you were making little drive-by art shows happen. And here we are emerging out of that. And so many of the stories that were inspiring were not what we were doing in Burning Man Project in San Francisco. And it wasn't about what was happening in Nevada. It really was about how you all gathered together and found, solace in one another and found connection in what you were doing in the world and looked to bring your higher selves in to keep your communities together. And here we are back at Black Rock City, while you all have been doing your connectivity and making your wonderful things happen in your world. So thank you. I want to just set the tone for enthusiasm that Iris has just expressed right now and say that this year of 2022, as it applies to what we're doing out in the world, and as we go towards the 25th anniversary of the regionals, is a really powerful and very special one. We are seeing so much disconnection around the world, not just in our politics in America, but around the world. And we know that one of the things that gives us all joy is the fact that we're Burning Man, and that Burning Man reaches out with our hearts, that we reach out to connect with people, that really our best Burning Man selves comes from the way in which we express love and connectivity, and we believe in working with others and collaborating. And we wouldn't all be here, and the Burning Man culture would not be out in the world as strong as it is with so many stories if it weren't for you all. You are such a core of what our culture is about. And I am so sad we can't see each other in person. But I have to say, there's something about being able to see all the faces, at least for a little while in this format, that does leave an impression on me. And when we were in person in different places, the faces would move so quickly and maybe we didn't remember them. But here, I love scanning the photos to see who's here. And I'm really, really excited to see so many of you from different places. Misha, I met you in Prague years ago, and I'm so glad that you're still part of our leadership team. And there's always someone, George, usually you sign in from Germany. And, this is that moment where we're bridging across the ocean, across the borders, across the politics. And it's Burning Man culture that has the heart to make a difference in the world. And I'm glad you all are part of the leadership to make that happen. So thank you. I look forward to this day. This will be super fun to at least sort of drop in and have some conversations about who we are in the world and how we want to keep Burning Man alive and thriving. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Marian. And hello, thank you, Marian. Thank you to everyone for joining us today to say hello. And that's a perfect intro to what I'm going to talk about. My name is Stephen Raspa. I'm a member of the Regional Network Committee and the Regional Events Committee. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about our theme, which is hello again. Hello is such a simple word, but it has become pregnant with deeper meaning, anticipation, longing, and excitement. Burner communities and regional event teams around the world are cautiously emerging from isolation to share art and revive beloved community projects and gatherings again. Others are taking a bit more time to strike the right balance between personal and community well-being. Others find themselves in war and want to just say hello to peace and to their lives and loved ones again. One thing is for sure, many of us are anxious to just be able to greet one another again with an open heart. And saying hello means so much more than it used to, especially as many of us work towards saying hello in person again, as Marian was saying. So how do we re-enter the world and greet one another in a way that is meaningful after what we have been going through? While we're at it, how can we make our community spaces and gatherings even more welcoming, environmentally responsible, imaginative, worth doing, and wonderful in every worthwhile way? Today is just a little hello, but all these little hellos get us closer to bigger ones. So today we have invited you to share with one another a little bit about what you've been working on, what you've been dreaming up, and for us to share a little bit about where we are collectively on our journey together.
You might have seen an invitation in your inbox to join Burning Man Regional Network Forum's group on Hive. Here to share how that online platform, Hive, can offer you opportunities to foster deepened connections, to have conversations about what you've heard today during this plenary session, and continue your learning year-round is Burning Man Learning Manager Karen Jacobs, also known as KJ, and Education Program Coordinator Siobhan Elliott.
Hello, Regional Network Forum. This is KJ and Siobhan from Burning Man Project's education team, and we're here to give you an update on some of the sweet stuff you can find in Burning Man Hive. This presentation contains links to some of that sweet stuff and will be made available to you after this meeting. Similar to the regional network, the goal of the education team is to find ways to bring Burning Man culture into the world. Hive has been our team's main project for the last 18 months in our effort to do so. To start, how can you join Hive? Head over to hive.burningman.org. If you have never logged in before, you will use your burner profile to log in for the first time. Once you're in, how can you utilize Hive to get the most out of it? We recommend taking the course, This is How We Hive. When you go to the courses section in the left-hand menu, This is How We Hive is in the featured section at the top and also listed as the first course on the page.
So what else is awaiting you in Hive? The education team connected with the regional network to learn more about what your regional communities really want support with. Based on your input, we want to highlight opportunities for learning and connection in the areas of volunteerism, environmental sustainability, RIDE, and conflict resolution. Relating to the subject of volunteerism, we recommend the course Introduction to Volunteer Leadership. This course focuses on separation and succession, recruiting, matching people to roles, team leadership and motivation, team identity and cohesion, and delegation and mentoring. There's so much to find and dig into in the Hive in the area of environmental sustainability. A collective called RAT, Renewables for Artists team, has produced several courses on different topics, a few of which are linked here. They also have a group you can join to connect with like-minded folks dedicated to alternative energy. There's a network-wide discussion topic dedicated to environmental sustainability, going deep on many different conversations of interest. The sustainability community has been very active on Hive since the beginning, and they're sharing new ideas all the time. In Hive, you'll find many different courses and groups dedicated to radical inclusion, diversity, and equity, as well as a dedicated discussion topic. Courses cover a wide range of topics, such as Introduction to Anti-Racism, Implicit Bias, Representation and Burning Man, and more. You can also find information on Burning Man Project's RIDE stress test, an open resource for all members of the Burning Man community who want to center RIDE in their projects and groups. To support ease of access to these resources, please check out the one-page document linked here that has more information on all RIDE resources in Hive.
We heard that information about conflict resolution was a top desire for the regional network community. In Hive, we have an extensive course on conflict resolution and de-escalation that has been produced by the Black Rock Rangers. This course is one of 6 courses that our team considers the core courses, making up a vital learning curriculum for all burners and citizens of the world. This slide has links to all 6 of those courses. Finally, we want you to know about the space in Hive that's just for you, attendees of this regional network forum. This link will take you to the group dedicated to this event.
The education team is trying to build the best Hive possible so that all of you can bring the honey. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you soon in Burning Man Hive.
Thank you, KJ and Siobhan, for sharing out about the resources available to our global community in Hive. Thank you so much for joining us for this opening plenary. Thank you so much for the project leads and the speakers who shared so passionately about what they're doing in the world. And thank you to you for choosing to say hello and go on this forum journey with us. Now go forth and choose your own adventure.